Good morning. Welcome to the Wednesday meditation. Um, I really loved Reverend Edith's Sunday lesson. It really resonated with me as far as thinking in a positive way that we should all be doing. And that doesn't always happen. I remember a time when I was in high school and there was a bunch of gossip going around. And unfortunately, I made the mistake of repeating it, and a friend of mine called me on that, and because it was about her. And I was kind of, I wasn't taken aback. I was called out rightly, but I just felt such a failure, and it really hit me hard. And so my mom gave me this book called Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. And it was exactly what I needed. It was exactly what I needed to hear at that time, to read at that time, to know at that time as a teenager. And basically, it changed my life. Now, I can't say I'm always thinking positive. I don't think anybody can say that at all times. But I try to be a positive person for the most part, as much as I can. Um, Sometimes it's an effort, but most of the time it's not. And what I found is that if I start to slip out of that, I have to catch myself. Reverend Blair, I don't know, probably 10 years ago, gave a sermon on catch and release. And it's when we have those unproductive thoughts that, go like this. And, we're talking to ourselves, or we're saying things that, any kind of negativity, where we have these tapes that we listen to. And, and what it meant was that when you do this, you catch yourself and you release it. You let it go. You let it go. And that's really what we do when we talk about denials. We had a discussion the other day in fellowship about denials, and it doesn't sit well with me because it sounds to me as a negative thing. But Reverend Edith explained, and several other people. So I do understand, but to me, letting it go, that's the same as denying it, releasing it, letting it go, catching those thoughts that you don't want to hear and letting them go. So what I'd like us to do right now is let's just kind of meditate on this thought for a minute and close your eyes, and let's do some deep breathing, closing your eyes. And let's visualize yourself. Let's be in the middle of a rose garden, sitting on a comfortable bench with a back, just sitting there, smelling the wonderful rose smells, watching butterflies and bees all around the garden, feeling at peace, just feeling at peace. But sometimes what happens when we get in this beginning meditative state is all kinds of things come up. Things you are worried about, places you need to go, lists you need to make. Those right now are all unproductive thoughts. Worry is always unproductive. But just sit there and just let those thoughts come in that you would normally spend time on, and just let them go. Let's just take a few minutes and just as those thoughts come in, catch them and release them. Just let them go. Just sit in the middle of this rose garden with your eyes closed and your breathing in and out with positivity. And as those thoughts come up, let each one of them go. Catch it and release it. Now come back to the now, breathing in and out slowly. When you're comfortable, open your eyes. I don't know about you, but I feel refreshed. That type of meditation where you put all those things as they pop up, you release them, is very helpful. You know, we basically create our own reality. None of us grew up the same way. None of us have the same perspectives. But each of us is capable of changing our thinking, changing our thoughts. When they're unproductive, I use that term instead of negative. When they're unproductive, when they're not helpful, or they're not meaningful, let them go. And instead, just think of the wonderful things. Just let go of that unproductive and keep the positive. So I have 3 affirmations for today to go with this. I catch and release my unproductive thoughts. I catch and release my unproductive thoughts. I catch and release my unproductive thoughts. I visualize positive outcomes. I visualize positive outcomes. I visualize positive outcomes. And my positive attitude brightens my life. My positive attitude brightens my life. My positive attitude brightens my life. So as you go through today and you have those unproductive things kind of wiggling at you, please let them go. They don't serve you or anyone else. Have a wonderful day.